Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 Percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th Percentile. So today we were here for this IT Bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Technology Consulting Manager from 98th Percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. It was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into the cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 Percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th Percentile. So today we were here for this IT Bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th Percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. it was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Yeah, very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Irfan this side from Everyday Learning Institutional Association, XLR.
Irfan, you are not clearly audible.
Let me check. Yeah.
Now it's fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Amit. Thank you for the confirmation. So, the National Faculty Development Program on Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence in collaboration with APSSDC, Andhra Pradesh. Today, we have with us Dr. Ravi Gujjula Garu, the CGM Technical, APSSDC. I also welcome Mr. Amit Saha, the Associate Director of Institutional Association, XLR. And I also mention here Siva Nagaraju Garu, who is the FDP coordinator. So welcome all. And last but not least, all my dear professor participants. Welcome again to this National Faculty Development Program on Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence. Now I would like to request Dr. Ravi Garu to please introduce this FDP program. Over to you, Dr. Garu. Ravi Garu.
Yeah, thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amit, Amar, and Irfan, and my colleague Siva. And I heartily welcome to all the faculty members who are registered for this program, XLR and APSSDC Online Faculty Development Program, Series 1, Artificial Intelligence with the Machine Learning. So before that, let me give a brief introduction about what APSSDC is so far conducting programs, skill programs for students as well as faculty members. And first of all, I wholeheartedly congratulating XLR XLR Solutions, therein associated with the APSSDC last 3 years. 2020 June 1st onwards, we have conducted together so many programs on emerging technologies, and also everyday EDL, everyday learning programs on particularly the emerging technologies like data analytics, data science, and artificial intelligence, and testing, and so on. So when we are discussing with AP SSDC, the team of XLR Solutions, we decided to conduct a series of faculty development programs, particularly for the state of Andhra Pradesh, to create more awareness on emerging technology like artificial intelligence. As you know, all the faculty, this artificial intelligence is a vast subject. So we, both the APSSDC and the XLR team together decided to conduct a series of faculty development programs to cover various technologies under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. In this regard, we initiated that today with support of XLR, Artificial intelligence with machine learning. It's a part of series 1, and soon we are going to launch artificial intelligence with natural language processing and computer vision, and artificial intelligence with deep learning, and artificial intelligence with case studies. So I heartily invite all the faculty members who are registered for this program. It's a great opportunity for you to enhance your learning capabilities, and also you are much aware of on the emerging technologies. So the faculty, particularly why we are conducting this faculty development program is, as you know, AI for all, artificial intelligence for all, and also the many engineering colleges, they already started artificial intelligence BTech program at undergraduate level. So in this regard, we decided first, let create and much awareness about artificial intelligence among the faculty members. Then anyhow, APSSDCA in partnership with XLR and various partner organizations, we are imparting skills on emerging technologies. So that is the main objective, and I request all the faculty members, you please take it very seriously, and just I request XLR team, it's the session supposed to be more interactive, so that when more discussion, the faculty may understand the concepts in a very very deeply, so that session supposed to be an interactive session. And today the session artificial intelligence with the machine learning. This is mainly they are going to cover the basic fundamentals from the linear regression, then how the linear regression models and logistic linear regression and matrix of classification, and they also talk about the random forest and the decision tree. Then they are going to give introduction about artificial intelligence, neural network with full theory and the implementation, how this artificial intelligence models effectively one can adopt in their particular applications. And also the NLP is, nowadays it is more important in natural language processing. The basics they are going to explain to you. So I think in 5 days, XLR team, they beautifully designed the content and curriculum, and this is going to be helpful for all the faculty members. So I once again invite all the faculty members who are registered for this program, and again I request all you guys to this is a series online faculty development program, series 1, artificial intelligence with machine learning, and the series 2, AI with NLP and CV, series 3 and series 4, so on. So I request all the faculty members, you please focus on this consecutive series, so that at the end of this 4 series, you are going to be expert in artificial intelligence on various machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing, computer vision. So focus on this faculty development series, online faculty development series, and at the end you are going to be expert in the artificial intelligence. Once you go back to your institutions where you can teach artificial intelligence with use cases, with application oriented teaching, that is going to be much helpful for the students to come up with the new innovative projects. So in this my talk, my main objective on behalf of Andhra Pradesh state government is very much focused on introducing emerging technologies in collaboration with companies like XLR. So this is a great opportunity to utilize to make our APSSDC Andhra Pradesh state full artificial intelligence skill ecosystem in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity. And I from my end, wish you all the best, and go ahead for start learning and enjoy the sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ravi Garu. Thank you for briefing the all about FDP program, including the agenda, what we will be going to see in the entire series of this. Now I would like to request our Associate Director, Mr. Amit Saha, to brief about XLR, the journey of XLR, and about EDL MOU and EDL Ignite. And also, I would like to request Mr. Amit Saha sir for to brief about the today's subject matter. Over to you, Amit sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Irfan. First of all, I would like to extend my hearty congratulations and would like to welcome all the dignified guests out here, the entire pool of academic members for making out some time from their engagements and being a part of this exercise. When I say this exercise, as uh, Dr. Ravi Garu has mentioned just some time back, in fact, we are indebted to APSSDC for this long association. And keeping that in mind, when we were approached by APSSDC about a month back regarding initiating an activity for the development of the faculty. In fact, I would not say, although it is a part of the faculty development program, but I would say it is more about the capability enhancement. Because you all are supposed to be the stalwarts in your own domain, in your own territory, in your own academic space. As a part of the emerging, a flag bearer in the emerging technology area, a humble initiation from XLR has been to enhance the academic capability so that all of you can take the knowledge, take back with you the skills, curate from your end the modules, and in turn can make your wards, make your students become better equipped in the emerging technology areas. As we understand now, the common saying that anything to do today's date on the technology space, one has to be substantially enhanced with the application of AI, artificial intelligence. So that is the reason why we went out in structuring this program meticulously. And one of the primary reasons because of which, just now, some time back, when Dr. Ravi Garu mentioned that it is a part of a series that we are going to conduct. So basically, this is a stepping stone of next 3 to 4 months of activity that XLR is going to do in the faculty development program space. And this being the first of it, that is, we start off with the machine learning, the AI applications with machine learning, and then we will later on we will deep dive into areas of NLP, natural language processing, and computer vision. Deep learning will definitely bring in the multiple case studies that would enhance the at a conceptual level to all of you. And overall, there can be a higher learner-centric approach that we can achieve. We'll definitely introduce the subject matter expert in some time. Just before initiating the start of today's activity, would like to take you through a quick journey about the initiatives that XLR has taken over the last 2 years in this particular space. As we practice what we preach, that is, education is just not a preparation for life, but education is supposed to be life in itself. And that's what XLR carries this thought process ahead in each and everything that we do. We started off with initiating the everyday learning program or the platform. In short, very commonly known to each and everybody in this particular space as EDL from XLR. EDL stands for Everyday Learning. Everyday learning for students, faculty, and as well as the entire academic fraternity and higher education institutions. The concept is very simple. That is, any emerging technology or any technology for sale, if anybody, any learned person would like to master, there is no rocket science, but there is a process. There is a process of disciplined approach. And one of the elements of the disciplined approach is about the regularity. So we felt that 2 hours of dedicated learning on a particular technology or a topic or a subject can definitely enable somebody by garnering the concepts of that particular technology and thereby mastering over it. And with that, the concept of everyday learning came in. So we as XLR, starting off with from a very humble beginning in 2014 with our headquarters being housed at Houston, USA. And in India, our head office is at Bangalore. We have our physical presence in the cities of Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, and Chennai, other than Bangalore. And very soon we would be setting our feet on areas like Delhi, Kolkata, and other places as well. Our domain of expertise has been in the areas of data science, machine learning, deep learning, data and business analytics, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, software testing, software development, and so on and so forth. But it has not been limited to that extent. We have also extended our expertise in multifarious domains other than what we have showcased out here. And that has been hugely supported by some of the best corporate brands known in the country and worldwide. Some of them we have highlighted out here on the screen. They happen to be, which is not a small number, close to around 500 plus top-notch corporates are today associated with us by taking our service, availing our services, both in their workforce upskilling and as well as securing trained workforce from XLR's pool. Academia has not been left behind, as bodies like APSSDC, TASC, different universities, as well as including some of the IIMs and NITs, and some of the prominent universities worldwide, like Steinbach University, Berlin, University Malaya, has been constantly supporting us in this endeavor. What is that endeavor? Everyday learning, and everyday learning for free. So we start off our journey with signing an MOU with the higher education institutions. I'm elated to share with you that in a span of last about 13 months, we have got into an engagement in signing up an MOU with more than 1,050 higher education institutions in the country, and some of them even beyond the borders of our country. That is, we have signed collaborations with international universities across other SAARC countries, the North African countries, and so on. With the signing of MOU, we get into a bonding with the higher education institution, providing the service of delivering student development programs, faculty development programs, industry-related webinars. And this entire thing is delivered through the learning management system access from XLR in a dedicated format, and that too as a lifetime support for any learner who gets associated with us. In this, we deliver different modes of professional learning, as we said, primarily in the emerging technology areas, and the domain has already been highlighted out there. But as I said, it is not exclusive, it is inclusive. So there are multiple other domains in which we are gradually getting it. Apart from the training, we also provide with assignments, and whenever any institution is interested, we would support them with providing the project titles, the SOPs, the standard operating procedures of conducting such projects and internships, and finally completing it up with a review and awarding the certification. We also do different placement preparations like resume building activity, LinkedIn profiling, mock interviews, and so on and so forth for giving the finishing touch to the graduates who are entering into the professional world. So the objective is very clear, providing application-oriented training for the students and faculty. This is what is the platform meant for. Providing hands-on training on these trending technologies, documenting the entire activity and providing it as for availability to the participating institutions so that they can use such documentations in fulfilling some of the NAAC and NBA accreditation requirements. So free trainings for students and faculty as student development program, faculty development program, webinars and seminars through dedicated learning management system provided to the learners as a lifetime support, and wrapping it up with projects, internship and placement preparation support. So immediately after I close this session from my end, I would hand it over to Mr. Amar, who would give you a very 2 to 3 minutes quick run through or walkthrough about how to avail the LMS support, how to log into it, and how to utilize the content for the lifetime. We maintain a training calendar for the students and as well as for the faculty. Just to highlight few of the programs that we have already concluded. And whenever you are getting the access of LMS, you are not only being able to access the current live sessions, but as well as a repository, as an archive, you will find many of the previous sessions also being available for access as a recorded version and along with the content that was used during that particular session by the subject matter expert. I have already mentioned that we add up to it the projects, the different other preparation programs which are associated to make the particular student finally as a placeable candidate. We have been conducting webinars throughout the year, and more than, I think on today's date, close to around 150 plus webinars we have done dedicatedly as per the request of the individual higher education institutions. NAAC and NBA, anybody interested, we can speak more in detail about the different segments of NAAC and NBA criteria that we can fulfill through the documentation that we can provide as support of associating for the everyday learning program. I would earnestly request all the faculty members to make a full utilization of these sessions to curate and take it forward to your student in a much more better way. But at the same time, I would also request parallelly to all the members, please check out with your respective institutions whether your institution is already having an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with XLR. If not, please do reach out to us. The details of the connect points are already provided out there of Mr. Irfan and me in person. Please reach out to us and we will make sure that we will get into this arrangement with sharing all the details and documentations so that your peers, your colleagues in the academic fraternity, and as well as your students can avail this particular platform. And again, I repeat, this is a completely non-commercial MOU through which your entire academia and as well as the students can access these facilities for a lifetime. On that note, before I close, I would also like to introduce today's expert, Mr. Vikas Narune, who will be the subject matter expert for you, who comes in with a rich industry experience of more than a decade. He has been a corporate trainer, being a data scientist. He is an expert on Google Cloud, big data, machine learning fundamentals, trained thousands of candidates globally on various data science curriculum. And as well as he is currently a data science trainer with one of the major MNCs. Before I hand over the stage to Mr. Vikas Narune, I would like Mr. Amar to take you through 3 to 4 minutes of presentation, a walkthrough about how you can access the LMS and can make best utilization of the platform on an ongoing basis. On that note, I would again like to congratulate all of you for participating in this particular program, and as well as I would like to thank APSSDC, Dr. Ravi Garu, Dr. Shiva Garu, and the entire management of APSSDC to join hands with us and make this program a grand success. On that note, I would like to request Amar to take it up and take the entire fraternity through the usage of LMS platform. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Amit, for such a wonderful introduction. My dear professors, just let me know my voice is loud and clear to all of you. Okay, great. So before starting with LMS Getty, to get the LMS access, everybody should to be do a registration. If somebody is not done with their registration and you not receive any confirmation email from the XLR, please go ahead and mark your registration. Definitely, you will get the LMS access as soon as possible. So I'm requesting Chandana, please share the registration link over Zoom and YouTube with the participant. So what is the LMS? So LMS is a learning management system, and it's XLR online portal to get the recordings, to mark the attendance, to get the material. Okay, and the LMS access with you for lifetime. You can access that anytime, but I will show you how to do a sign in and how to set up the password first to access the LMS. So first of all, you received 2 emails from XLR Solutions. One is a welcome to XLR, verify your account. Okay, so in that email, we mention one verification link. See here, onlinelearning.xlr.com. Here, by clicking on this link, you have to set your password. Once you click on this link, it will take you to the next page, and it's set your password page. Here you have to enter your password and confirm the password and set my password. Okay, that's it. After that, you have to open the second email. Second email with the subject of welcome to the NFDP on machine learning and artificial intelligence. Okay, so here we mention our online portal URL, be like onlinelearning.xlr.com, to sign in to the LMS. Once you click on the link, it will take you through the sign in page, and here you have to go through the sign in. As you already done with your registration, not required to do a registration and again, simply click on sign in, and then login page will be open. Here you have to mention your email ID. Which email you use at the time of registration, you have to give that email here, and the password which you set in the first email. Once you fill the details, simply click on the login. Then I will show you now how it's work live to the LMS. I'm resharing my screen. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, now after logging in, you are able to see my dashboard. Okay, here on home tab, first of all, I will show you the ways of joining the session. So first way to join via Zoom. If you check my screen, like left hand side and right hand side, here at right hand side, you are able to see the today's session tab. Okay, in today's session, National Faculty Development Program on Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence Day 1. So if you click on the join button every day, day 1 to day 5, if you come here by 2:50, you are able to see the join button. Okay, simply you have to click on join, and it will take you through the Zoom. If not, if you are facing any problem to join via Zoom, there is any glitches, definitely we have second option, and it's join via YouTube. So upper side of the today session tab, you are able to see one banner, the banner of particular training program. If you click on that banner, it will take you through the YouTube live. Whatever your queries or question are there, you can type it down over the chat box, live chat. Definitely our team will check on the same. The attendance link, all these things, whatever trainer is going to share with you over Zoom, you will get all these things over the YouTube as well. So don't worry. Okay. Now, second, how to access the recording through the LMS. At left hand side, you are able to see the continue learning. In the continue learning, below that, you have to search for a particular classroom. As I have lots of classroom access, don't worry about the others. Just will focus on that particular classroom of NFDP on machine learning and artificial intelligence. So if you scroll down, see here, National Faculty Development Program on Machine Learning and Artificial. Simply here on the classroom, you can click anywhere, it will take you through this page, curriculum and meet. Okay. So first, in the curriculum, there are 3 tabs: feedback response, session recording, and material. Feedback response, why? So on a daily basis, you have to mark your attendance using this tab. If you click on this, it will open one link. It's a Google form, day 1 attendance and feedback, 13th November. So on daily basis, the attendance link will only open between 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Okay, so you have to mark your attendance by using this tab. And why attendance is important? Because we are also getting to know that how the sessions are going on. If there are any suggestions, please let us know in the feedback form. We'll take it. Okay, and 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. Okay, so you have to mark your attendance on a daily basis. Okay, so coming back and going to the session recordings, you will get the session recordings here, like day 1, whatever the session day 1 to day 5, all recordings will be there, how the sessions are going on, if there are. And one more tab is there, a material, like if trainer is going to take any PPT or anything else, any code, anything, will upload all the material from day 1 to day 5 here. So that's the way to access the elements, to do a sign in, to set the password. Okay, yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any query or question, please let me know, or else we'll take the queries in last 5-10 minutes. So Vikas, you can start with the session.
Okay. Thank you, Amar. Let me share my screen, guys. Amar, can you just confirm I am audible enough and my screen is visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. You are loud and clear.
Okay. So, everyone, first of all, I would like to thank Amit Shah, sir, XLR, and all my XLR colleagues for giving me this opportunity. And second, thanks to our institute, APSSDC, who has organized this wonderful webinar. And I'm sure everyone gonna enjoy this entire webinars going forward. So it is just the beginning. So we're going to have an entire web series going on for this machine learning AI. So before I start, or before I formally deep dive into this topic, I would like to introduce myself formally. So sir has already given a brief about me, but still I would like to introduce myself. So let me go to the slides. So guys, this is who I am. I am Vikas Narune. I have 14 years of industry experience. I worked with the mostly European companies and the US companies. And my last assignment with the Asian company, Southeast Asian company, which was into the media streaming and healthcare analytics. So during my entire 14 years of career, I had opportunity to work with the various teams, right from the data analysis teams to reporting team, to the visualization data analysis team, to data science team, AI team, and machine learning team. So my experience comes a mixture of all: data analytics, data team, master data teams, and also my out of 14 years of experience, my total dedicated experience was 7+ years for this data science, machine learning, AI. And out of that, guys, I work mostly with the customer analytics and sales analysis project, supply chain project, healthcare project. And like I told, my last assignment with the company which has their own product, just like the TikTok, YouTube. They have a very famous product, Media 17. And there people all over the Southeast Asia is very popular out there in Taiwan, Japan, and Singapore, Korea. So it was the last assignment which I worked upon. And then later on, guys, I have started my career as a freelancer, and I am currently working as a corporate trainer plus a freelancer. All right. So this is a brief for me. I am a computer graduate, plus I have done my MBA in finance. And I've done various certifications in corporate trainings and certification into the data sciences, deep learning, machine learning, NLP, machine learning operations, into the audit management, in the quality management part as well. And my recent certification was into the recommendation system using the Google Cloud. So this is pretty much from my corporate side. And personally, I'm married. Yes, I like learning different languages. So currently, I'm learning Telugu. So Nana Telugu Radu. As of now, I know most of us are from Hyderabad. So I frequently visit Hyderabad. My parents and my sister is staying currently there. So but though I am based in Maharashtra, Pune. So I'm learning Telugu, lot of Telugu. And then from international side, I'm learning German, and I'm planning Spanish as well. And I can speak Kannada, English, Hindi, Marathi. And obviously this is the session which is going to conduct in English. So this is, guys, a brief introduction about me. Hope everyone is very well aware now who I am and what I'm going to take you. All right. So thank you. Thank you, guys, for joining today, and let me share the agenda, how it's gonna look like. So this is the brief, like this is already discussed, but still formally I would like to tell you that today we're going to start with the introduction. Introduction about what is AI, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, how they are different from each other. Okay, that's what we're going to understand today. And then once we understand this, we're going to understand that what are the different methods in the machine learning, or what is the entire roadmap for the machine learning. So how the entire roadmap looks like, what is the machine learning, what are the different methods, and once we are able to understand like what are different algorithm methods available, what is machine learning, where it lies, and how it is different from deep learning, AI, and what is NLP, is it a part of the machine learning, deep learning, then we'll try to today focus on the very versatile algorithm, that is regression. Okay? Regression analysis. We try to understand what is regression, what is multiple linear regression, what is polynomial regression, what is the regression techniques, and so on. So we're going to start, and then it will be followed along with the discussion going forward with the logistic regression, followed by the decision tree and random forest. So this is what we will cover from the machine learning part. Then we'll move to the artificial neural network, AI part, artificial neural network part. So we'll try to understand how the entire artificial neural network works upon, why it is called as the copy of the exact biological neuron system, what is the comparison of the human biological system, neuron system with the artificial neuron system, how the entire architecture look like, what it's going to be, how it works, how it is able to understand the things, how it is able to learn the things. So a lot of mathematics involved, a lot of background information involved. So that's what we're going to understand. And then once we are comfortable with it, obviously, guys, we'll not only do the theory part, we'll also do a practical approach. So whatever algorithm I'm going to take here, I will try to make a code walkthrough for the same. We'll try to implement with the small data sets, all these algorithms. Plus, we'll try to take one major implementation with the artificial neural network, which is a churn prediction, a real-time corporate project. So how the customer churn can be predicted using the artificial neural network. So most probably the bank customer data, and then followed by the one more interesting topic, which is the talk of the town nowadays in the AI, and that is NLP. Yeah, yes. So we're going to focus on NLP also in our last session. So everyone is aware that nowadays everyone talks about the ChatGPT kind of application. ChatGPT has become very famous, and we'll try to understand, if you want to become an expert and you want to develop the systems just like the ChatGPT, so you need to start with the basics of the natural language processing. So what is NLP? What are the NLP operations happening? What is tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, word to vector? What is name entity recognition? All that stuff will start with a very basic level. Even the person who is zero knowledge in this entire domain will try to understand everything, and he will be able to get it end of this series. That's how the gonna be the approach, and right from the theory to the practical implementation. And once we understand what is this NLP, what is the basics NLP, what is the text and analytics is all about, and then I will try to take you through very live and very award-winning project. It is a movie analysis, and I will take one of the latest movie, and I will try to make you through this entire movie analysis, how we can perform an entire movie sentiment analysis, movie sentiment, whether people like the movie or not like the movie. Okay. So this is, I think, the fully loaded agenda we have, and without wasting much of the time, so let's get started, guys. Then, so hope everyone is comfortable with the agenda, and let's start our discussion with a very basic topic, which is called as what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, and where the NLP will stand in this. Okay. So, guys, before we start, whenever you guys are having any questions, so respected faculty members, all the students, colleagues who are joining, if you have any questions, any point of time, anything to suggest, you can chat with me. Let's make it very interactive rather than monotonous. So I will be checking the chat section. You can interact with me through the chats. You can ask any queries, any doubts, any questions, whatever you feel in, and I will try to simultaneously answer you guys. Okay. So, guys, I hope till now everyone is comfortable. So if you guys can give me kind of a confirmation thumbs up, so we can go ahead and start our formal discussion then. So before we start, guys, just give me confirmation. Send me the messages, guys. Thank you very much, sir. Dharam Dharam Reddy sir, thank you. So guys, give me a lot of confirmation, thumbs up, and let's get started then. I hope everyone is quite excited now for this session. Yes, yes, obviously guys, everyone can be a part of this, don't worry. So we know, yes, thank you guys, thanks for confirmation, and let's get started then without wasting much of the time. So thank you very much guys for confirmation. Reddy sir, thank you. Prasanna, thank you. And thank you, Dr. Rama sir. Nalamai Sushma, thank you. If I am pronouncing anything incorrectly, guys, please forgive me for that. Okay. Okay. So guys, let's get started then. So before I deep dive into this, guys, I would like to, yeah, thank you guys. So guys, before I deep dive and we start our discussion that what is artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. So can you guys, like, anyone would like to tell me that what do you mean by artificial intelligence? What is your understanding of the intelligence and artificial intelligence? Can anyone like quickly give me a response? So what do you mean by artificial intelligence and what is your understanding about it? So let's get started with this understanding. So what is there in mind, guys, whenever we try to speak about this term called as artificial intelligence? So let's get ability of machine to think, Siddhanta, yes. Okay, good afternoon, guys. So Siddhartha is saying, okay, robots. William is saying robots. Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Krishna, sir, good afternoon. So guys, anything else, whenever we speak about the artificial intelligence, what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? What is artificial intelligence then? So machine learning, yes. Tejasvi, thank you. The main disadvantage computer is lack of intelligence, so we provide intelligence through it. Yes, robots, human intelligence. Yes, guys. Correct, guys, correct. Mimic humans. Correct. That was I was looking for. Mimicking the human intelligence. Correct. Arvind, thanks. Thanks. Yes, Anware, thank you. Yeah, William, thank you very much. This is what I was looking for. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So let's understand what is artificial intelligence first. So what do you mean by AI? I can simply say, guys, AI can be a software. AI can be a software, or AI can be a embodiment. I would say. In the embodiment means it could be a hardware. It could be a software. It could be a hardware. Correct? Everyone will agree to this approach that AI could be a software. Yes, mapping human skill task by machines. Correct, guys. Dashari, Reddy sir, thank you. Correct. So guys, let's try to understand. If I say about AI could be a software, AI could be hardware, could be anything. So what is like AI as a software and what is as AI as a hardware? Can you guys give me some examples? Like what could be AI as software and what could be AI as a hardware? So let's understand this very quickly so we can start our topic, guys. So let's understand, like, what can you guys give me some example, like what is AI as a software? Have you guys heard like this is a software which using AI in the background? Very simple example. Everyday day-to-day life, our entire life is nowadays this hampered with the AI. Everyone is using AI, right from the child to the elder. Chatbots, cool guys. Chatbots, correct. So supervised algorithm, statistical, Alexa, correct guys. Alexa, correct. Product recommendation, awesome. Siddhant ma'am, yes, correct. Correct. Hardware means robots, correct guys. Sampada ma'am, correct. Cool guys. Yes, guys. So correct. Cool, guys. Cool. Thanks for the response, guys. You guys are really amazing. I'm getting a lot of responses. So I want you guys to keep the same enthusiasm till the end. So hardware, yeah, awesome, William. Awesome. Dharam, sir, thank you. Network, robotics, Siri, correct, guys, correct. So thanks, guys. Thanks for the answer. So what I can say, I understand is very popular example in our home, day-to-day, Alexa, or in our phone, Siri. So this is what is this? This is, guys, software, kind of a software. Smartwatch. Awesome. This was the example I was looking for. Lavanya ma'am, sir, thank you very much. So guys, smartwatch. Sorry for my spellings. Please forgive my handwriting, guys. Smartwatch. And you can say smartphones. So let's take the example that nowadays everyone is able to, yes, Kumar sir, yes, Siri. So guys, now everydays, if you see this kind of a mobile, so this mobile is unlocked using my face. What is this? If I am trying to unlock my entire phone, this phone, okay, using the face, this is nothing but AI, guys. This is nothing but AI. And then in the background, it is using the AI technology, which is called as convolution neural network. Convolution neural network. So what is happening actually? What is happening? So let's come to our point. What is AI? What is AI now? So guys, AI, what I can say is, we are giving ability. We are giving ability, or we are giving a thinking process to the machines. I would call them as a machines. Okay, you can call them robots, you can call them anything. Product to access the element. Correct, guys, correct. So guys, we are giving ability, or you can say we are giving intelligence is lacking, right? Intelligence, this part, intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence? Intelligence means ability to think, ability to perceive the things, ability to analyze the things and take the decisions accordingly. This is intelligence. So once these machines, I will call them as machines, very popular term. These machines don't have an intelligence with them inborn, right? So what we doing then? What we doing? We are forcefully giving them the intelligence just to make them the human-like task. Just to make them human-like task. This is what I can say is artificial intelligence. Means artificial intelligence means we are trying to put a artificial intelligence. So intelligence is an inborn, natural part in the human being, which was lacking in the machines. And we gave the machines this intelligence, which is artificially inculcated, imbibed in the machines. And then machines are performing the human-like task. Human-like task. What are the human-like tasks? Take the decision. Take the decision. And this is what we are saying. So when we are trying to say that, can you please make the decision about this data and tell me the patterns, analyze actions. Okay. So this kind of a things, control flow, correct. So guys, this kind of action, or to, you can say, finding the pattern, performing the prediction. What is this? This is nothing about, it is about the human-like actions, right? So we are trying to mimic human functionality, and that is called as artificial intelligence. Now guys, one thing when we talk about artificial intelligence and how we try to now bifurcate the machine learning and the deep learning, try to understand. Please try to focus. Very, very thin line is there, very thin line between them, and try to understand. Whenever I am saying that AI as a software or AI as a hardware, and which is having the artificial intelligence. Intelligence is not inborn, it is artificially inculcated, which are using any kind of a technology, which could be the machine learning, which could be the deep learning, which could be the NLP technology, or any kind of a technology which is trying to copy or imitate. Okay, which is trying to copy or imitate the human functionality or human brain functionality. That I will call this as an artificial intelligence, simply. Okay, so I am making this definition now, and we can call this as an artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence could be software, could be hardware, yes, and it can use any kind of a technology. Let it be a machine learning, let it be a deep learning, let it be NLP, let it be a recommendation system, let it be a reinforcement learning, any kind of a technology it is using, but let it be a hardware. Hardware could be like the robots, could be the drones, could be the smart watches, could be the smart cameras, anything, any hardware which has AI in the background, and the software which is using the AI technology, it is called as artificial intelligence. And why it is called as artificial intelligence? They are trying to copy or imitate the human brain functionality, or the human decision making functionality, or the human intelligence is copied. Artificially it is put in, right? So that's what is called as artificial. Now try to understand what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Now guys, very, very interesting thing. Correct, guys. Mimicking human behavior. That's it, ma'am. Sushmita ma'am, if ma'am and sir correct, that is really correct. Okay. So now try to understand. We are very well aware now what is artificial intelligence. Now how to bifurcate? What is machine learning and what is deep learning? So let's try to understand this on the basis of the data. On the basis of the data we are processing, on the basis of the algorithm, I will say, we are using in order to achieve our, or in order to solve the business case, any business case, in order to solve any kind of a business case. So what kind of a data we are using and what kind of algorithm we are using, that making machine learning different from the deep learning, guys. Try to understand here. Very, very small or very thin line is there. From historical data, we have to predict. Correct, guys. Correct. Awesome. So your guys' enthusiasm is really running very high today. So I request everyone to keep up the same enthusiasm, spirit level, so we can make this very interactive, guys. Thank you very much for your responses. I really appreciate the guys you are talking with me today. Thank you very much for your response. So guys, let's try to understand. In data, guys, I can bifurcate my data. Okay. I can bifurcate my data into two parts. One is called as structured data. So one is called as unstructured data. Now please forgive about this handwriting, guys. I hope whatever things I am reading is readable. Unstructured and structured. Now, guys, can you quickly tell me if you have any intuition or any background, like what do you mean by structured data and what do you mean by unstructured data? One liner definition will help me. So can you guys quickly tell me what is structured and what is unstructured now? So what do you mean by structured data? What do you mean by unstructured? Labels of the data, yes. Tabular type of data, Prasuna, correct. Veritas, correct. In specific format, structure, regular attendance of data flow, correct. Correct, guys. Awesome, correct. So I am getting correct answers out here. So structured, what I can say is structured data means, simply I can say structured data means anything which is coming in the tabular format. Anything which is coming or could be fitted into a tabular format, right? Could be standardized format, meaningful data, correct, guys. Structured data could be, I can say it has a rows and it has a column. It has a rows and column, and this kind of a data which I am able to fit it into the rows and column type of data, and the source could be anything, guys. Correct, correct, awesome. Structured is historical data, fixed in format, and unstructured message. Correct, correct. Reddy sir, correct. So your understanding is correct. So let's understand this one. Yes, yes, yes. Shiva Shankar sir, yes, tabular data. That's what I was talking about. So the data which is in the tabular format, and the source could be anything, could be a database, could be a CSV file, okay, could be a TSV file, could be an Excel file, could be a spreadsheet, or could be any kind of a web page, could be where we are trying to import the data, or could be a live stream data, or what do you mean by live stream data means? Let's imagine that you guys are having some kind of a sensor installed in it. This kind of a sensors are there. Structured data which is processed. Yes, guys, correct. Kashyap, correct. Your understanding is correct. Naresh Murugan, correct. Unstructured raw data that should be processed. Correct, guys, correct. Ramya, correct, ma'am. So your understanding is correct, ma'am. So let's understand this one. Let's imagine if I'm putting some kind of a sensors in my production line, in my production system. I am manufacturing. Let's imagine I'm manufacturing some kind of a GPU or some kind of an intelligent chip. I'm a chip manufacturer, and this kind of a chip is there. And let's imagine this kind of a structured. This is my end product. And for my production line, let's imagine I have inserted some sensors, and these sensors are giving me data every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, these sensors are giving me data. So that kind of a data could be fitted into the data in a tabular format. This is what I'm going to call as a structured data now. Everyone now very well aware, right? Let me rub these things now. Now, once I have understood my data, what is structured, now can we speak about the unstructured data, guys? So let me tell you what could be the unstructured data. If I saying structured data is like a tabular format data, could be a database, could be a spreadsheet, could be anything. So what could be constituting my unstructured data, guys? Can anyone tell me? So what is the unstructured then? Correct, awesome, awesome. Siddhanta ma'am, correct. So images, correct. Multimedia content, correct, correct. Correct, videos. So I can write it here, images, videos, right? I can say this as a text data. So time series related data, correct, speech data, right? Lot of data which is like paragraphs of numericals, correct, correct, correct. So I can say this, guys. Thanks, guys. Renuka, Bashir, Praveen Kumar, thank you very much, guys. Correct answer. Yeah, Adivi, correct answer, guys. Correct answer. So now let's come back to our discussion very quickly. So what is machine learning now? So guys, machine learning, ML, machine learning uses first differentiation which you should be able to make in the machine learning is machine learning uses the structured data mostly. Okay, structured data means a tabular format of data which can be fitted into the rows and columns. Okay, this is the structured data. And the deep learning, wherein on the other hand, deep learning which I am saying here, on the other hand, guys, is primarily using unstructured data. Unstructured data. So what is unstructured data? It is handling images, it is handling videos, it is handling text, it is handling emails, it is handling time series related data, sequential data, time related data. So this kind of a data which cannot be fitted into a tabular format can be used by our correct guy. Digital photos, videos, correct, correct, correct. Gopal Krishna, correct. Sai Venkatesha, correct. Emails, yes, sir. Dr. Nirmala, correct. Your answer is correct. So guys, first differentiation, what I'm saying is, machine learning uses mostly the structured data, deep learning uses the unstructured data. Now try to understand what is going on. Video and images, correct, man. Awesome. So guys, second thing, the kind of algorithm uses. So let's understand that machine learning, when we talk about it, uses some kind of a statistical algorithm. A statistical algorithm, stats algorithm. So what do you mean by stats algorithm? Means whatever data we are taking, it is trying to process that data using this kind of a equation, y equal to mx plus c, or any kind of equation which can be fitted into a statistical equation. So statistical equations. So that is the second major difference. That is the second major difference we try to understand. Business data, correct, ma'am? So guys, that is the second major difference, that whenever we talk about the machine learning or data science also consider entire thing like machine learning, deep learning, AI also part of entire data science. So let's understand this one. Statistical algorithm, that is a key differentiation point. That is the key differentiation points, that what kind of algorithm I am using to solve my business case. So here I am using algorithm, a statistical algorithm, which can be fitted into the kind of a equation which is equal to y equal to mx plus c, or could be I am trying to fit my data into 1 divided by 1 plus e to the power minus y. And y is this equation. Okay. So this kind of a statistical algorithm are using. On other hand, what this deep learning is doing, guys, deep learning is using artificial neural networks. Artificial neural networks. Okay. Artificial neural networks in order to solve the problem. That is the major key point of differentiation. So once someone says that, okay, I have this data, I have this situation, business case, and I have implemented the artificial neural network, and I am able to solve this use case. Okay. So that means they are using deep learning technology. And when I'm saying I had this kind of a past 6 or 3 years data, and I was able to predict what could be my next stocks, what could be the stocks level I should maintain in my business in order to make sure that I am in a profitable situation. So that kind of a number prediction or any kind of a prediction I am doing, where I am using the statistical algorithm, and data is a structured data. Data is structured data, and I'm using a statistical algorithm, some kind of a statistical algorithm that is called as machine learning, guys. That is called as machine learning. So I guess now everyone is aware, and you guys will be able to remember this differentiation, right? So what is machine learning? What is deep learning? Deep learning, artificial neural network. So let's take the use case now, and let me understand whether you guys are able to follow it correctly or not. So whenever I'm saying that I am using this kind of a software which is using my mobile phone, and the moment I held my mobile phone in front of my face, it was able to unlock my face. So what kind of a technology you are using? Let me know whether it is a machine learning or whether it's a deep learning. I know, don't give me answer it is AI, because everything is AI now. Correct, guys, correct. Awesome. It is deep learning. Renuka ma'am, yes, correct. Ritam, correct. Renuka Devi, correct. So yes, ma'am, correct. Correct answer. Yes, sir, ma'am, correct. Awesome. Now this is what I want to check. Ramya ma'am, correct. Prashant Kumar, correct. So yes, guys, correct. You guys are almost correct, right? Everyone is correct now. So I think now this is kind of a test check. So whether whatever things I am teaching, you guys are able to understand on this, right? So everyone is on the same page that this kind of a technology is deep learning. So let it be a smartwatch. Where it is using any kind of a facial recognition, any kind of a speech data. When I'm speaking to Siri and giving command, this is also deep learning then, correct? And when I'm trying to predict, when let's take the example that I'm giving this kind of a medical data. And this, by giving this kind of a medical data, I predict, or my medical data I am given, and I'm able to predict whether I'm a diabetic person or not a diabetic person. But this data I'm giving in terms of the rows and columns. So what it will, guys? What it will do? Awesome, right? It is a machine learning. It's a machine learning. So because my data is in the tabular format, and I'm trying to predict the classes out here, whether I'm a diabetic or non-diabetic. Okay. Awesome. Cool, guys. Still. And same situation, if the same situation is there, if I'm trying to pass this as an image, any person's image, and by passing the image, whether I'm trying to understand that whether this person is having a diabetic or not having a diabetic kind of a face. So what it will be then? Awesome. Deep learning, right? So deep learning and unstructured. Awesome, guys. Pavitra, correct. Ma'am, all of them are correct, guys. Awesome, guys. So now coming to the last, guys, coming to the last situation. Now where this NLP stands then? Where this NLP stands now? Can any guesses, guys? Any wild guesses where this NLP stands then? What is this NLP and where it stands then? Any wild guesses? What it is a part of? Awesome, deep learning. Siddhanta ma'am saying deep learning. So guys, any other guesses? So whether it's a part, voice recognition, correct? AI, no, AI, I will not accept AI. Everything is AI. Some people are saying both machine learning, deep learning. Some are saying So text-based queries, yes. NLP stands for deep learning, yes. Yeah, guys, both, yes. So let's put a stop to our excitement. Let's put a stop to our excitement. So guys, it is a part of everything. It is a hybrid approach. So NLP can use deep learning, NLP can use machine learning. So it is going to be this kind of a things. It is going to use other technology as well. So it is going to use the other AI algorithms as well. So I will put this way. Okay, guys, I will put this way. Okay, so I'll put this way. So it is an amalgamation. It is an intersection of everything. AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So NLP uses its own sweet way. It has own sweet way. And NLP is all about the human language. It is all about the human languages. Human languages, right? It is all about human languages. So let's put this in way. So it is the amalgamation, intersection of everything, guys. It could use a machine learning, and I will prove you this. I'll prove that I will solve one problem using machine learning, and same thing I'll try to solve using the deep learning. I'll show you this one. So it is going to use machine learning, it's going to use deep learning, or it could use a reinforcement learning, or it could use any kind of artificial neural network and any kind of a AI technology which is available. So it is kind of a architecture. It is kind of an intersection, I would say. Awesome. So let's understand this, guys. Then we have spoken a lot. So let's go back and try to understand. Now no need to tell which one is better, right? No need to tell which one is better. So everyone has his own sweet way, and we can solve our problem using any kind of a technology whenever it is suitable to the business case. Now coming to the topic, what do you mean by machine learning then? Awesome, correct? So let's focus on machine learning today, and for next 2 days, let's focus on machine learning, 2 to 3 days, and we'll try to understand the deep learning, which is artificial intelligence, and we'll try to solve a use case also. Okay, so let's understand what is machine learning now. So guys, machine learning, when we spoke about the machine learning, and I told you that I am getting this kind of a tabular data, and once I am able to apply the statistical algorithm, I can solve any kind of a problem. So when we speak about the machine learning, guys, so what are my popular methods? So everyone understood now what is machine learning. So let's understand what are my popular methods. Okay, what are my popular methods out here, and by using which I can solve the problem. So let's understand this one. So if I say broadly, if I try to bifurcate very broadly, okay, very broadly. So what do you mean by machine learning methods? So I can say one method as very popular method as supervised learning. So we'll understand what is this supervised learning. So first method I can say is the supervised learning. And in supervised learning, I will go further. So let's first understand the high level overview. So first method I can say is supervised learning. Second method I can say is unsupervised learning. And third method, which is like a very far advanced thing, guys, which I can say the third level is reinforcement learning. So let's try to understand one by one. So what are these machine learning methods? What is supervised learning? What is unsupervised learning? And what is reinforcement learning? So guys, before we deep dive, let's rub this one. And before we deep dive, this supervised learning, okay, this term called as supervised learning. Now it has very famous task. Let's understand. Now we understood the methods. Okay, so let me write the methods. So method was supervised. Then second method was unsupervised. And the third category or third method was reinforcement learning. Now guys, these are methods. Try to understand, these are methods. So now when I talk about method, you can say it is a supervised method, unsupervised method, or it is a reinforcement learning method. Okay, so you say these are the methods. Now when I talk about one thing, let's understand the task. When I talk about the task, so what task is performed by machine learning? Guys, try to understand, whenever we try to learn or whenever try to implement any machine learning algorithm, it will majorly do only 3 tasks. It will only do the 3 tasks itself. Major category, broad level category, it will do only 3 tasks. That's like the 3 methods, it will do the 3 tasks. And now don't tell me that it is a supervised task. No, that is not we are talking about. Okay, so let's try to understand. If I understood my methods, one method is supervised method, one is unsupervised method, one is reinforcement method. Let's understand them one by one. But before that, before we try to understand them, try to understand whenever I talk about any machine learning algorithm in the world, let it be any kind of algorithm, let it be a mixture, let it be a hybrid approach, it is going to perform only one task. and which is one of them, one of these 3 tasks. So first task, what it will perform is, first task, guys, it will perform a regression task. It will perform a regression task. Regression. So second task it will perform is the classification task. Classification task. Okay. Classification task. And the third task which it will perform, guys, is a clustering task. Is a clustering task. Now let's try to understand. We'll try to understand this in detail. But when I say regression, guys, let's understand by the keywords. Let's try to remember these concepts. Okay, let's try to remember this concept by very simple keywords. When I say regression, I am trying to predict. Everywhere, our entire business out here is to prediction. My entire business in the data science, AI, machine learning is all about the prediction. So like marketing, it is all about selling the product. End of the day, it doesn't matter how you sell. So here, end of the day, doesn't matter what algorithm you are doing a prediction, right? That is what the machine learning, AI, deep learning, whatever you call it as, whatever comes to your mind, this is all about the predictions. It is all about the prediction. It is all about the pattern finding. All right. So when I say prediction, when I say regression is all about prediction. Prediction of what? Prediction of a number. Prediction of a number. Let's understand. What is the example of prediction of number? Let's imagine I am trying to forecast, or I am trying to predict what's gonna be the stock price. What's gonna be the stock price in coming month? Stock price. So what is this price? Price is the number. Price is the number. So I am going to predict the number. Let's take the second example. Nowadays it is a festival season. So based on the previous knowledge, it will predict future. Correct. Awesome, ma'am. Sushmita ma'am, sir. It's awesome. Correct understanding. So guys, let's try to understand when I talk about regression. So when I talk about regression and when I'm saying that prediction is all about a number. So one example I gave you, stock price prediction. So nowadays it is a festival season. I know in Andhra Pradesh, people are very crazy behind the gold. So someone trying to predict, let's imagine in the last month, in the month of October only, if I put in some algorithm and going to predict what gonna be the gold price, this Diwali. This kind of algorithm, if I am trying to predict, guys. So what it will be then? So what it will be? It will be a prediction, and we are going to predict the number, correct? So continuous prediction, correct, sir, correct. Awesome. Naresh Murugu, sir, correct, awesome. So it is a continuous number. So we're going to predict, but it is end of the day, it is a number. So it is a regression task. Awesome. Praveen Kumar Advi, sir, correct. Awesome. So it is a regression task. So end of the day, when I am trying to predict, end of the day, what kind of a number, let it be discrete number, continuous number, float number, integer, long, double, what it comes to? Okay, it comes to regression. So when I predict number, it comes to regression. Simply try to remember this way. So regression, predict the number. Let it be stock number, let it be sales price, let it be a number of stock I should keep, let it be a sales, let it be any time series data, let it be any kind of a thing. Whenever I am trying to predict any number, it's going to be regression. Cool? Simple, comfortable, everyone. So now try to understand. When I say that I am trying to predict. Now again my business is prediction. So I'm going to do prediction only. Let it be anything. End of the day, I'm doing only predictions. So let it be any algorithm. I am doing prediction only. So now come to this classification. What do you mean by classification now? Guys, in classification, I am trying to find out the classes. Classes or category. Or kind of a you can say the intervals or dividations or bifurcations. So let's imagine. So I give you a data. Okay. Gender, correct. So if you give a gender kind of a condition and then you're trying to predict which kind of a gender is this based on the photo. So this could be algorithm, guys. There is algorithm. You pass a photo and it will be able to detect its gender and it is age. Okay. And why they are using? Let's try to understand. So they are trying to set up this kind of a drones out there, and these drones are using. Okay. This is a student pass or fail. Awesome. Student pass or fail could be same example. Classes. So let's take a very nice example, real-time example. So what could be the use case of the classification? Now let's understand. You guys have put in one drone. This is a drone. I know it's a very bad picture of the drone, but let's imagine this is a drone. It has a camera, and let's imagine this is on the border, India-Pakistan border. Let's imagine this way. Now, guys, let's imagine as a defense forces, as a defense category, I wanted to perform a surveillance. Now, my surveillance should be in such a way that, so on the border during the night time, okay, on the border, let's imagine during the night time. Okay, so during the night, let's imagine during the night time, if some activity is going on here on the border, some activity. So I want to understand, is there activity happening because of the animal, because of the any other object, or because of the human? That is the first thing. And if it is a human, it is able to detect it as a human. So I want to understand, I want to capture the face. And I want to understand whether it is a child, or whether it is a male or female. Okay, so that kind of things. And if I understand it is a child, it is not a child, it is an adult person, it is a male or female, and this is how the description look like, immediately I can provide a signals to my defense personas. So there's some activity happening, and what is happening, how the things are happening now. So by looking at the face, I am able to detect the age, because it's a small child, obviously is not going to be a terrorist, right? He's not going to perform anything. Maybe he's strayed, maybe he lost the path, that's why he's near the border, right? Near the borderline. So that could be the use case, guys. This is kind of a real-time use case where I'm trying to classify the things, whether it is a terrorist or not a terrorist based on this criteria, right? So this kind of a classification. So when I say classification, so I'm trying to find out the categories. Classification task, right? I'm trying to find out the category. So where I'm trying to find out the category, whether this person is a diabetic person or non-diabetic person based on the data. So whether I'm trying to find out whether this person is going to leave the company or not going to leave the company. Any kind of a classes, multi-class classification also possible, right? So regression, classification, then coming to the last situation, which is called as clustering. Now this is the third major task which is performed. Let me rub the things and let me write it properly. Clustering, this is the third task which is performed. Now guys, clustering means what? Try to understand. This is an unsupervised algorithm. So clustering means, simply imagine if I have a data or any kind of a things I am providing. Let's imagine this is my data. So guys, now what I want to do is don't want to tell anything to my algorithm. I'm not going to supervise my algorithm, and I'm not going to tell anything. I'm going to say that, hey, this is my data. Now look at the data and bifurcate that data into the different regions. So categorizing the data without any instruction into the different regions. So that is called as clustering, guys. So clustering, guys, so simply whenever I pass entire data set, it is trying to divide the data set into the different region or different classes or different parts, you can say. That is the main job. When I say clustering, in clustering, the result of the clustering, guys, is I get the number of regions, guys, out here. Okay, similar data is formed into corrected. Awesome. Now, how they perform this region, they divide the data into the region, guys, based on any kind of a similarity. So this similarity could be size, similarity could be the distances, similarity could be the characteristics, similarity could be the way they are trying to denote or they're trying to arrange the data. So this kind of a things is called as clustering. So my end result now for clustering is regions. I get a region of the data. The entire data get divided into the region. So that is my end product for the clustering, guys. Okay. So now everyone aware. Everyone is aware now, differentiation between clustering classification. Okay, guys, I will tell you one good example. Let's take this data. Okay, let's take this data. So let's imagine this data is from the Amazon company. Now trying to capture this data of his customers. So these are customers, and this data is like this way. How many customers visited my website? And how many of them has done the shopping? And in which category they have done the shopping. Okay, and how much was the amount which they spent, cost, the amount they spent on my website. Now guys, try to understand. If I take this data now try to understand what is the difference between now clustering and what is called as now classification. What is the difference? So if I give this data, this tabular data is there. Now if I'm giving this data consider what is my customer, when did he come, log in, what time he come to this website, then at what time he's doing shopping, what category of shopping he's doing, whether he's doing in fashion category, whether doing in electronics category, and what kind of amount he's spending, and which region belongs to. All this kind of a data I'm capturing, guys. How my data lies on the transaction basis, on the daily basis, hourly basis, monthly basis. Could be anything. Now try to understand what is the difference between classification and clustering. If I give this data to machine learning algorithm, okay, I have to give this data to machine learning algorithm. Amazon says that please take this data and try to tell me, and what is the main aim now for the Amazon C? So they want to run one kind of a let's say campaign. One kind of a campaign they want to run, sales campaign. So sales campaigns are all about the discounts. How much discounts I should give and whom should I give a discount? Whom should I give a discount, guys? Whom should I give a discount and what kind of a discount? Or discount could be anything. Could be what category I should give a discount. Should I run on the clothes? Should I run on the electronics item, household item? Should I run on groceries? And but what kind of a customer should I run? So you will be saying, sir, because I will go crazy. So it is very simple. Go to these columns and try to filter your data. Either you can filter on the based on the amount purchased, amount spending, or could be on the category. We already have a category. So why you are trying to do this kind of a things? Why machine learning is important? Try to understand. This is where comes the thin line between clustering and classification. What is going to happen? So now if I give this data, let me change the color. If I give this data to my machine learning algorithm, and I am telling my machine learning algorithm, I want to run a discount. And my main aim to run this discount is maximize my profit. I am not telling my machine algorithm how to classify. I'm not telling anything how to classify, what to do. I am telling entirely it is your job. I am not going to advise you anything. Entirely your job, and you go back and find out the pattern. You go back and find out the pattern, find out the links, and tell me that what should I do. So guys, simply a normal layman, what he will do, he can filter on the basis of the amount, basis of the category, or I can filter basis of the regions. So if the person belongs to the south region, person belongs to the west region, person belongs to the north region, I can create one kind of a filter. Then I can create a second filter. Who are my top spenders? And let's give a discount to my top spender. Obviously, they're going to come back. No, guys, you are wrong here. You are wrong. Okay, this approach is not done. So let's understand why we are wrong if we try to take this approach. Anyhow, try to understand if some person is spending around 20-30K every month on the shopping, I don't have to care about him. The Amazon will not care about him. Why? So you're saying you are going crazy now. So you are talking crazy things now. So people usually give a more importance to the customer who are my regular customer. Now, this is not the thing, guys. This is not the thing. If I want to maximize my profit, I already know this customer is gonna come back any point of time in future, because I have seen the pattern. They always try to come back every month. They try to purchase 20-30K amount they spend on. So I don't have to worry about them. So by giving discount, I am not going to get any maximize my profit, guys. If I gave a discount to them, at least I will get a loss out here, which is a very bad campaign idea. So let's try to understand how can I maximize. I know this customer gonna come back anyhow. Even if I don't then give a discount, these are my loyal customers. They're gonna come back. Now what should I find now? I should find now who are my potential customers. Where I can lift them to this category. And this kind of a filtering, you cannot come to the conclusion. You can come to conclusion. You can create 100 rules, 500 rules. So if he is purchasing in the fashion category, he can buy in the household. If he is purchasing in the consumer durable, he can purchase in sports category. In fashion category also, there are thousands of categories. How many filters you put in? Try to understand. How many filters you will put in and how you will come back. You will take at least 6 months, and that time Diwali will pass, New Year will pass, and you will end up nothing but the zero profit. Zero profit means whatever profit you are achieving, same profit you will achieve. So that is not the thing. That is why the machine learning comes into the picture. And now try to understand. Now what will happen? Now if I give this algorithm and I say please perform clustering, what it will do? It will try to find out the hidden patterns, and it will try to simply bifurcate this data, not basis on any category, but basis on the distances, similarity. So who are my similar customers? Who are my customers who are spending in this kind of a category? Lot of permutation combination. And end of the day, I don't get any classes or anything. I just return back my regions, categories. So not category, you can say Category, I will give you example. Classification, what will happen? So here I have not told anything, any rule. I have not given any rule. I have not given any condition, but I am getting back this kind of a region-wise separation. Region-wise separation. This is clustering. This is clustering. And once I get cluster, now try to understand. Once I get this cluster, then I can perform classification. Classification means I take the data which belong to the cluster one, then I apply the classification algorithm. So what kind of a classification algorithm I can apply? So which are my customers, which are purchasing in the fashion category, and which are my top customers. So I'm trying to classify their data. So this is what I can do. But before that, just whatever raw data is there, raw data, if I want to bifurcate using some similarity, but I don't know exactly what similarity I should find out. So it is the algorithm job only to find out the similarity, to find out the hidden pattern, and then return me back this kind of a regions. So these regions could be any logic. This could be basis on the region where the person is living, which category, geographical location, where how much amount this person is spending, or how much category, which category is spending, or how much is frequency, how frequently he is doing, or it could be combination of everything. It could be combination of everything. Now clear, guys? Hope everyone is clear, very, very clear now. What is clustering, what is classification, what is regression? And these are my main tasks which I perform every day in my machine learning. And you also understood the basic idea that what is going on, right? What is going on in the background, how the person uses the machine learning. Now, I think we are on good page. Now, let's try to understand. So for supervised learning, which I talked about, supervised learning. So regression and classification, these are my tasks, okay? So regression, classification task, this task comes to the supervised algorithm. Now I'll tell you why it is supervised. And then guys, when I try to perform clustering, my clustering task is the unsupervised method. And reinforcement learning is entirely different method, which we'll spoke about. Okay. So let's move to our next algorithm. Let's move to next slide. And this is how the entire bifurcation look like. So I'll not go into detail, but we'll try to understand first thing. And guys, one more thing which you can come up, which is called as semi-supervised learning. Semi-supervised learning method. Now I'll speak about this one. Try to understand. So when I told you that we have these three methods, which is called as supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So there is something called as semi-supervised. And this is the actual approach which is used by the corporates in the industry. So what is this semi-supervised approach? This approach is called as hybrid approach. What do you mean by hybrid now? Any guesses? What could be the hybrid approach then? What could be since these are my approaches 1, 2, and 3. So what could be the hybrid approach? Any guesses, guys? Any guesses? What could be the hybrid approach? Semi-supervised learning. What could be the hybrid approach out here? So these are my only approaches 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 approaches: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. All right, combination. Correct, guys. Awesome. 2 and 3 combination. Correct. Not NLP actually. So it's combination, both supervised, unsupervised, and reinforced. Correct. All of 3. Mixture, ragda patties, bhel, right? Ragda patties, sabka ragda, everything ragda, right? Awesome, guys. Try to understand what is this hybrid. What do you mean by hybrid approach now? Let's take the same examples. Let's take the same Amazon example. In Amazon example, guys, if I trying to pass my data, hybrid data, this kind of a hybrid approach, semi-supervised learning, if I want to perform, let's take the same example, Amazon customer company, and they want to run the same thing, percentage discount they want to run, and they want to maximize their profit. Now, what I will do is, first I will apply clustering. Guys. And what is the result I get? Guys? After clustering, I get something called as region. So I entire my data. Let's imagine this is the 10,000 data sets I am passing. All this 10,000 data set could be created or separated in some kind of a region. I don't know exactly how much region. So we'll speak about this whenever the opportunity comes, and how the regions are decided and what is the optimal number of regions we try to select. But try to understand it has given me 4 regions: region 1, region 2, region 3, and region 4, guys. So this is the result I got. I not done any prediction as of now. In clustering, guys, even though I am doing prediction, but I am just doing the prediction that where the data point belong to, which region it belong to. That's the only prediction I am doing. Then once I cluster, then let's imagine this way. Once I cluster, then I take region 1, region 1 data separately. Now let's understand this way. So out of this, let's imagine this is region 1. This portion is region 1. So if I take this region 1 and this on the region 1, either I perform regression or either I perform classification algorithm. I am passing now. So what I'm doing, I'm not taking entire data. I'm trying to divide my data into the different region, clustering. I'm doing clustering first. And after clustering, I'm doing supervised approaches. So since clustering is unsupervised approach, once I take unsupervised approach, try to create a data into the regions. And once I have a region, once I have this separate region, one by one, I take the region and I can apply regression or classification, or could be anything. So that kind of approach, guys, that kind of approach is called as hybrid approach. And this is what exactly done by the corporates. They don't go for simple things. They try to tweak it, and then which is a very good approach. But so what will happen, rather than applying the general algorithm, we can come to the similar data points and then we try to apply the algorithm. That is very benefit. That's the benefit. There are multiple benefits as well. Whenever you have an unlabeled data, whenever some data value have missing, so you can take the common characteristics, which are the characteristics of this cluster, or this cluster's characteristics can become a characteristics or the kind of a properties of that individual data points where there is a missing values. Where the missing values, you can fill the missing values by using the information of this cluster. So that's the biggest benefit. That's the biggest benefit. And then I approach, or that approach is called as semi-supervised approach. Cool. Everyone understood what is semi-supervised approach, which is the fourth approach actually. And this could be the real-time approach whenever people try to understand this one, guys. All right. So, guys, let's go back to our discussion then. So this is how the algorithm look like. So this is what the entire algorithm categories look like. So let's go back and try to understand today's algorithm. Supervised learning we're going to start with, and today's algorithm is linear regression, linear model. Okay. So we're going to focus today with the linear regression. So let's understand this one. What do you mean by linear regression now? Before that, I'll quickly show you diagrammatically what is happening, what is semi-supervised, what is supervised. So, okay, so when I speak about supervised learning, okay, when I speak about supervised learning, what is happening? Let's imagine this is my machine learning methods. So let's imagine I'm passing this data. Okay, I'm passing, this is my data. Okay, and in the data, I'm telling my algorithm. In my data, I'm telling my algorithm how the rectangle look like, how the circle look like, how the hexagon look like, how the triangle look like. Okay, I'm giving already the definitions, or you can call them as a labels. I'm passing the labels and I'm telling which diagram looks like what, which diagram look like what, and then I'm calling my machine learning algorithm. Then I'm calling my machine learning algorithm, and then I'm saying do the prediction. Now it has to do the prediction only into these categories, whatever labels I have provided. Whatever label I have provided, only do that prediction. Okay. So whenever I'm trying to create this kind of things where I'm taking the data, I'm providing the labels, means I'm taking the data and telling my algorithm what data looks like what and what it should be called as, and then try to give me prediction only restricted to these classes, these categories. So that is called as prediction of a supervised algorithm, because I'm trying to supervise my algorithm. I'm trying to do a supervising algorithm. I'm telling the instruction, I'm telling the rules, what it should do. Okay, then it is trying to give me the bifurcation, which is triangle and which is circle. Like, let's imagine this kind of a things I pass on now. So this kind of a things I pass on, so it will definitely tell me this is a circle. So I already told it what is the circle look like, what is the triangle look like, what is the hexagon, and what is the rectangle look like. So I am already telling the labels, I am giving you the information, and then I am setting some rules, and then you are doing the prediction. That is called as supervised. Now if this is supervised, then what is unsupervised? Simple, like clustering. Okay, in clustering, are we giving any information? No, I am just passing my entire data set. Now I am not giving any labels, guys. I am not giving labels. I am not telling that this is hexagon, this is triangle, this is circle, this is rectangle. I am not telling anything. I am just leaving everything to my machine learning algorithm, ML algorithm, and then ML algorithm will try to find out the similarities. Trying to find out the similarities, trying to based on the size, based on the shape, based on the color, based on the texture, and then it will try to bifurcate and try to give you the predictions. So here, no rules. You are not giving any rules. You are not restricting your data. You are not giving any restricted values. You are saying this is the data. You only find out the hidden pattern and tell me the result. Okay. Did I tell it to perform that rectangles should be separate, the circle should be separate, the hexagon should be separate? No, I'm not telling anything. Right. So this is called as unlabeled. This is called as unlabeled. This is called as unsupervised algorithm, guys. Now then, no, if this is called as unsupervised algorithm, then what is the next category then? Let's try to understand. Okay. So what is semi-supervised then? What is semi-supervised? So let's try to understand. Whenever I'm trying to pass the data, I'm passing small amount of data, which is a labeled data, plus I'm passing large amount of data, which is unlabeled. I'm giving mixture of the data, and then I'm telling, and then by using this kind of a labels, I'm trying to predict. By using the existing labels, I'm trying to predict the labels for this data, unlabeled data, and then I'm passing this to the training. And then I'm performing my predictions, which is a label plus pseudo label. Pseudo label means I've just given a duplicate value, duplicate labels based on the experience, based on this learning of the supervised algorithm. I'm giving these labels also, this unstructured label data. I'm also providing some labels, pseudo labels, and then I'm doing my predictions. So this is called a semi-supervised. And very famous category, last category, guys, reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning. Very, very simple example. Very simple example. If you want to understand what is reinforcement learning, simple example is, guys, try to understand this way. So can you guys tell me how many of you are having pets at home? How many? Anyone quickly? If you have any dog, any cat, anything, any pets at home. So let me understand. If some of you are having any pets at your home, so let me tell you, let me know that if you guys have it. Okay. So Shiv Shankar sir, so you have a dog. Now let's imagine when you bought this dog and it was very, very small, and it was a child only. So at that time, did you teach your dog, right? Did you teach your dog, right? So you are teaching, you are giving instruction, and when you are teaching, when this dog is new, right? At that time, so what kind of a tricks you used? Can you tell me? Like, will you please tell us, like, what kind of a tricks you used to teach the dog? Okay. So what should it do and what it should not do? Can you tell me? Like, food item, right? Food item. Come on. So you are you are giving some food item. If it's try to perform a good action, recommended action, and if you don't do a recommended action, you'll punish him. You will slap him very gently, right? This is what the approach we usually do. Correct? Telling something to do, and then if you try, let's imagine it, I am telling something it to do. If it fetches that, if I throw a ball and if it try to fetch me that ball, I will give him a reward. I will give him a reward. This is my desired action. So for desired action, I'm giving reward. And if I say, hey, hey Rocky, let's imagine the name is Rocky. Hey Rocky, give me a shake hand. Give me a shake hand. If he's not in mood, if he's not in mood and he's not giving shake hand, you get angry, right? Because some your friends, your some relatives coming home. Hey Rocky, see, this is our relative. Give him a shake hand. Give him a shake hand, right? You're trying to boast about your kid, right? Your dog is obviously your kid, your family member. You try to boast about it, and yes, if it is not doing that action, it is not in good mood. Obviously, it will not listen to you. At that time, you'll get upset and you try to hit it gently. Obviously, not hit it hard, but you will scold it like, yeah, why you're doing this, right? So this kind of approach, guys, this kind of approach is called as reinforcement learning. The same approach has been adopted in the machine learning, in the data science, that is called as reinforcement learning. So what is happening actually here? So if I'm giving any kind of a raw data, and then guys, whenever I'm trying to give any kind of raw data, and whenever I am asking it to perform it, if it is perform correct actions, if it perform correct actions, so for correct action, guys, for correct action, I will give it a reward, and for worst action, I will try to penalize it. And this way, by using trial and error, it will try to learn the things. That is called as reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning, guys. So this is what the simple example is all about. So all right, so guys, this is what the entire machine learning algorithms roadmap look like. So let's try to understand this one. So guys, whenever you want to end up as a machine learning expert, data science expert, AI expert, so what are the things you want to learn about? So let's try to focus 2 minutes at least. So everyone should be very well aware, like what is the things I should start with. So guys, the step number 1 out here, and what are the frameworks, what are the things you should learn, and where you should start and where you should end. Okay, so let's understand this one. So if you want to become an expert in the field, so you should start with the basic programming language. So you should have a very good understanding of any programming language. So here we're going to focus on Python, guys. So you can choose your language, but why Python? Is because Python is widely accepted nowadays. A lot of implementation available. There is a large community out there. It is open source and it is one of the best and flexible programming language. And whenever the new technology comes in, whenever the new research paper comes in, all the implementation are available in the Python. Obviously, that is why Python is our choice. Now, once I have a knowledge of the Python programming language or R programming language, it could be a Spark, it could be a Scala, it could be JavaScript, and it could be anything. But try to go with a relevant one. Then where to start? Try to have a good understanding of basic algebra and stat, guys. This is very important. This is very important, I understand. So why it is important? Because whenever we try to whenever entire things is all about data. It's all about data here. Okay, it is all about data and it is all about predictions here. So obviously, so whenever we try to feed the data, the machine learning algorithm, it is not in the correct format. It is not in the correct format. So we have to perform some kind of a wrangling techniques, some kind of a data wrangling techniques, some kind of a data cleansing techniques. So data cleansing techniques, and then once we do this cleansing wrangling technique and we bring it to the correct format, then only can be consumed. It can be consumed by machine learning algorithm. So in order to get consumed this data by machine learning algorithm, I have to bring it to the certain format. So that is why I need a basic concept of algebra stats. And then once I know this concept, guys, I can do a feature engineering, feature selection. What do you mean by feature? What do you mean by feature? Feature means simply whatever columns. So whatever columns of the data, because we are having this row column data. So whatever column data you are passing, whatever the columns you are passing, those columns are called as feature. And one column, out of that one column will be a target column, which we are going to predict. That is simply called as feature and target. So target is the column which is going to predict, and features are the other columns for the target, on basis of which we are going to predict things, which is the target, guys. So we have and this is for the visualization purpose. And by using this kind of a frameworks, we can do a feature selection, feature engineering. And then once we have a good understanding basic algebra, we can perform all the data cleaning, data wrangling. And then once we perform this, guys. No, guys, I am not in mute. Yes, guys, I will give you this kind of things. So, guys, I am perfectly audible, right? Can you guys confirm? Yeah. Okay, guys. So guys, yes, thank you guys. Thanks for confirmation. So guys, once you are having this things in your mind, okay guys, thank you guys. Thank you for confirmation. Guys, once you are able to understand this kind of things, what is feature selection, what is basic algebra, Python, then guys, then we have to understand the algorithms. What is machine learning algorithm? Supervised, unsupervised approach, and then some ensemble techniques are there. And then once we understand some advanced algorithm, guys, something called as hyperparameter tuning. I will explain this later on. And then we have some algorithm which are called as grid search and random search algorithm, which algorithms help us to perform this hyperparameter tuning. And then once we have this hyperparameter tuning, once we learn this algorithm, guys, then obviously you should know how to perform a deployment. Deployment means whatever code you are generating, whatever model you are generating, that has to be consumed by the end user. And how it is done? Let's imagine you created an application, that application using machine learning, which is able to detect once you provide the data, you provide the medical data, and it will be able to detect whether you are a diabetic person or not diabetic person. Let's imagine you are giving this application to your family members. They are not aware of Python. They are not aware of machine learning. So how can they run this application? So obviously what you have to do, you have to create one kind of application. It could be a Google Play application. It could be a website, www.diabeticpredict.com, or some kind of a form where you have some user form where asking some information to input, and you have a button out here to predict. And once I hit this predict button, I will display the result, whether you are a diabetic or non-diabetic, right? This kind of application. So that application you have to create, and you have to push that application, you have to push that code to the cloud, or to create a kind of a server from which the end user, a user can be any user, anyone in the society can use your application. So that kind of a technology you should be able to understand. That is the as part of the roadmap. And once you are do this, guys, then you are available end to end. That is called as end to end, full stack. That is called as full stack, guys. Yes, guys, we are not exactly prerequisite. We're going to cover this because I am sure you guys are already aware of the Python. So we're going to cover these algorithms for you guys. And meanwhile, covering this algorithm, we will discuss about this thing. And then this is kind of a higher level, higher ladders. And once you are aware, guys, once you are aware of this kind of a projects and everything, you do end-to-end project, you will become an expert, and you are ready for the industry, guys. This is how the entire path looks like. And this sklearn algorithm, this is the package which has the algorithms inside it for the implementation, SciPy and sklearn. All right. So everyone very well aware what is there, and these are the cloud technology. Obviously, no need to talk about these clouds. So some basics of the cloud you guys should be aware. Some basics of the cloud, because in the industry nowadays everyone uses the clouds. That's why. All right. So guys, let's go back to our discussion. Let's try to understand. I know it's 15 minutes left. So let's try to understand what is our algorithm, what is called as linear regression. So first task, like out of all our tasks, like regression, Then second task is classification. And then third task is about clustering. So out of that, we're going to understand our first task. And the first task is called as regression. Guys, in regression, let me tell you, in regression, we have a different algorithm. One is simple linear regression. Then we have something called as ridge regression. Then third regression is called as linear lasso regression. Then fourth regression is called as polynomial regression. Now I'll explain you one by one all these algorithms. And once we explain that and we understand that, we'll try to implement it. We'll try to implement them, guys. Okay. So let's understand this. So this is called as regression, guys. These are our regression algorithms, all right? So let's understand this. What is a regression algorithm? And then obviously we'll cover logistic regression, which is also a different part, and then decision tree and random forest. We're not going to cover the remaining models, okay, out here. So we'll cover the neural networks also, so not the other algorithms. Yeah, okay, guys, we'll share the attendance link again. So guys, Amar or could be some my colleague, they will be sharing again, okay, attendance link, don't worry. So guys, let's understand now. Let's understand what do you mean by regression now. So what is regression? So when I say regression, guys, when I say regression, okay, guys. So my colleague Chandana has shared the link, so you can refer that, guys. What do you mean by regression, guys? Now try to understand regression. So first of all, guys, regression. Yeah, guys, you should have a mathematics strong, because in the end, guys, try to understand rhythm. So what happens is, so I will teach you algorithm. Okay, I will teach you the algorithm, but you should be able to understand how the algorithm works. What is the entire mathematics behind the algorithm? Then only you will become an expert, right? So otherwise, like normally people, they try to teach you only 5 or 10 lines of code. Guys, if you want to implement the regression, it is only 3 lines of a code. Only 3 lines. So first line is called the regression equation, this function. Then second command is fit. And then guys, third command is predict. That's it. That's it. This is what is regression code is there, guys. 3 lines of a code and just 5-6 lines of a code to import the data, clean the data. That's it. So if I teach you 5 lines of code or 7 lines of code, what is the use? What is the use, guys? So until unless you guys understand what is happening, how this regression is able to predict the things. Correct, Naresh sir or Naresh Babu, correct? You are understanding correct, slope intercept format, correct? That is what the regression is all about, okay? So why I'm saying that you should have a basic algebra, basic stats with you. So you should be able to understand how this regression algorithm works in the background. What is the mathematics, how it is able to perform the prediction. That is why we require these guys, all right? So let's try to understand. Let's try to understand what do you mean by regression now. So guys, in regression, I'm sure everyone has very famously heard this topic, okay? So yeah, correct, guys. Y equal to mx, please suggest some resources to learn. Yes, guys, I'll suggest some resources, okay? Definitely. So guys, try to understand when I say about the regression, okay? So very, very famous things which comes to my mind, guys, is equal to y equal to mx plus c. This is the always the favorite equation which comes to my mind when we speak. Regression is statistical method relation. Correct, dependent. Correct, sir. Gopalakrishna, correct. So awesome, guys. This is what I am going to talk about next thing. So when I say regression, guys, simply when I say regression means I am trying to predict a dependent variable based on independent variable, and my entire slope intercept equation. Correct. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Slope intercept equation. This equation is called as slope intercept equation. Okay. So when I say about regression, one-liner definition about the regression is, when I speak about the regression, guys, regression means I'm trying to perform a prediction of the dependent variable based on the independent variable by finding the relationship between them, by gauging the relationship between them. And my goal of the regression line, my goal is, guys, to find out the best fit line. Find out the best fit line in order. Okay, try to understand, guys. Try to focus. In order to minimize. What to minimize? Least square method. Minimize least square method. Okay, this is one-liner definition I can say. Now try to understand what is dependent variable, what is independent variable, what is slope, what is intercept. Guys, why? The equation y equal to mx plus c. This is the equation of the straight line. This straight line's equation is y equal to mx plus c. Now try to understand here. So y is called as dependent variable. dv. Why dv? Because whenever I am trying to find out y, I have to rely on m, I have to rely on x, I have to rely on c. That is why it is dependent, guys. Okay, guys. If you have any question, meanwhile, you can like, yes, that's correct. So you can ask me, okay, you can ask me chat. I will try to check the chat and I will answer you guys. Now try to understand y equal to mx plus c. In regression, my goal is, guys, my goal is to find out the dependent value based on the independent value in order, and my goal is to find out the best fit line in such a way that I minimize the least square method. Let's try to understand what is this least square method and what is this definition all about. First definition is what? So I say dependent variable. Why? Y is my dependent variable. Why it is called as dependent? It depends on when, it depends on x, it depends on c. This is cool. Now let's try to understand what is independent variable. Independent variable is called as x here. X, because x is already given to us. X is given to us. X is what is here. So let's understand this example. So if I am having this kind of a table which is provided to me, let's take very popular example. Let's take a popular example. I want to predict a BMI number. You guys already know, right? What is BMI? BMI is body mass index. Body mass index. So body mass index is a number, guys, which can lie between somewhere between 30 to 40. Okay. So let's imagine I'm trying to predict a number which is called as BMI. Now try to understand. Now try to understand what kind of things I am getting out here. In order to predict this, let's imagine I'm getting age. I'm getting age. I'm getting gender. I'm getting gender. Then I'm getting height. And I'm getting weight. Okay. I'm getting age, height, gender, weight. And then I'm saying predict my BMI. Predict my BMI. So what is happening here? What is happening? BMI is my Y. BMI is my Y because BMI is dependent on what? BMI is dependent on height. BMI depend on weight. Weight of a person. BMI depend on age. BMI depend on age and gender. Okay. So this is what is age, height, and weight. Correct. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Slope intercept equation. Correct. So guys, my Y is called as now. My Y is called as dependent because this BMI is called as Y is dependent. And if I want to predict a BMI, I have to rely on age, gender, height, and weight, guys. Okay. So height, weight, and gender become my X. Become my X, guys. Okay. So what is X? This is my independent because gender is independent, age is independent, the weight is independent, height is independent. It is given to me. It is already given to me. I don't have to predict, so it is not dependent on anything. And but Y is dependent, BMI is dependent on these things, so that is called as dependent, independent. Now remaining thing. Now what is remaining now? So remaining thing is called as now something called as now M. So guys, this M is called as slope. So M is called as slope, and C is called as intercept. C is called as M. And what is this M and C, guys? So you can simply see these are nothing but some constant values, some small constant values, some small constant values. Okay. So this is what the equation is all about, guys. And my main aim is to find out the best fit line. So try to understand what do you mean by best fit line and what do you mean by least square method now. So let's understand this one. So let's imagine this way. So if I have a data, let's plot our data. Let's imagine now this same data. I'm trying to predict a BMI here. Okay. So guys, but for predicting BMI, let's take on y-axis BMI. On x-axis, I'm taking now, I'm just taking height, guys, as of now. One dimension data I will show you. This is the 2D graph I'm going to explain. And once we explain that, I will explain like how we try to convert this into the 3D graph. Let's imagine this way, guys. So when I'm trying to perform this kind of prediction, let's imagine I plotted my data. On x-axis, guys, I'm plotting height. I'm plotting height. On y-axis, guys, I'm plotting BMI. Now I wanted to find out what I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out a BMI based on the height now. Let's imagine this one. Guys, before we try to find out, okay, and before we try to do anything, this kind of a thing or any kind of a regression, so what we have to do, try to understand here. So there is something, some concept called as, guys, some concept called as correlation. Correlation. Okay? So forgive me about spelling, but I have to find out the correlation. Correlation of what? X and Y. Correlation of X and Y. So let's imagine this correlation, guys. This correlation will tell you, or it will quantify. It will quantify the measure of relationship. Measure of relationship between the dependent and independent variable, between any two variables. Any two variables. So I can quantify the measure of relationship between the X and Y. What kind of a relationship? What kind of a relationship? Let's try to understand. Let's try to understand this way. So let's imagine this way. Let's imagine this way. So let me change the color here also. Let's imagine here I am taking height. Okay. Here I am taking height and here I am taking BMI. And my data looks like this way. Let's imagine this way. So this kind of data. So what I can say here, is, let's try to understand. We are trying to understand the correlation first. So whether there is a correlation exists between X and Y. So X I am taking as height, Y I am taking as BMI, and this is the scales we have. And what I can check here, let's take any point out here. If I'm taking this point, guys, what it understand is, so when I'm trying to move my height, when I'm increasing my height, my BMI is also increasing, guys. So you can check this. If I try to connect most of the points, so this kind of a pattern is coming up, this kind of a pattern, and this is a rising pattern. This is a rising pattern. What it denotes, if you try to relate any point, guys, any cross intersection, sir, LCM least square method, correct, guys. LCM is least square method. LCM is least square, not LCM, actually LSM. You can see, yeah, least square method, guys. Correct. Awesome. So, guys, let's try to understand. Whenever I'm trying to increase 1 unit of change in height, is creating similar change in the BMI. Means both are changing in the same direction, So this is called as positive correlation. So when I change X, that Y is also changing, but in the same direction, guys. Okay. Now let's try to understand this pattern here. So this pattern, what is happening here? So in this pattern, guys, what is happening? This is kind of creating this kind of a curve, this kind of a pattern. Now what is happening? So whenever I try to increase the BMI, guys, my height is falling down. So that means this is kind of a negative relationship. When one is increasing, other is decreasing, guys. So this is called as negative correlation. And then when I try to understand the last pattern out here, which is kind of a this kind of a pattern, okay, least square method, like this kind of a method. So where I can like directly say that whenever I try to increase, guys. Yeah, guys, my colleague will again post link, okay? Attendance link. Chandana, can you please share the attendance link once again? Okay. So, guys, when I have this kind of a pattern, now look at this trend now. So when I try to connect these dots, this is showing this kind of a flat line out here. So what is happening actually? Whenever there's Y changing, there is no change in X. Means both are independent. Guys. Both are independent. So there means there is no relationship between them. So that is why whenever I'm trying to change, there is no effect on it. And this will create this kind of a flat line, guys. So this means zero correlation. So everyone understood what is correlation, guys? And now, guys, what I have to do is, let me rub this portion now. So, guys, whenever I am trying to perform a regression, guys. Yes, guys, I'll share this presentation. I will share this and it will be available. Why correlation? Yeah, that's the correct question you guys should be asking, guys. Correlation is the measure by using which I'm trying to find out the relationship. So what relationship I'm trying to find out? Let's see this way. My equation is, guys, equal to this way. Y equal to mx plus c. Okay. And what I told you that I want to predict a BMI. And this y-axis I'm taking BMI, x-axis I'm taking height. Let's imagine, guys. That if the BMI and this kind of a situation, why I'm trying to find out first the correlation, then only I will predict a regression or I will form a regression model. So let's imagine my height. Okay, if my BMI is there and my height is there, and they are showing this kind of a pattern. So which is this pattern. So what does this mean? There is a zero correlation. Means what? Zero correlation means what? Whenever a BMI changes, whenever the BMI 1% change in the BMI is no causing any effect. There is no effect. There is no effect, guys. There is no effect on height, or vice versa. Whenever I try to increase height, there is no change in the BMI. Then if both the variables are not having any correlation, zero correlation, means they are not dependent on each other, then how can I take that variable? How can I take that feature in order to predict BMI? Because they have no relationship. So if there is no relationship, if I try to put it in this equation, y equal to mx plus z, so this means simply whatever m or whatever x I am taking, this makes zero. This means this zero. So that means rather than putting this zero, why should I take it in the first place? So anyhow, my y is not dependent on x. So what I am saying, what definition I gave you, so I have to find out the dependent variable based on the independent variable. So means there has to be some dependency of y on x. Then only I am trying to fit a regression. Okay, that is the basic rule. That's only I can fit a regression, guys. That is why I am trying to find the correlation. So first check I do always is correlation. Yes, guys. How to find out slope and choose the constant? Yes. So that algorithm, guys, Sahu, thanks for asking this. That algorithm, we try to discuss this. That algorithm is called as gradient descent. That algorithm is called as gradient descent, and this is the algorithm which is responsible, which perform the machine learning, which help all the algorithm to perform the learning part, guys. Okay, so we'll understand this. First, try to understand, focus here. So what is going on? What is regression, guys? So first check I want to do is whether there is a relationship exists or not. If there no relationship exists, but there is no use putting this equation. No use putting this equation, guys. Now try to understand there is a relationship exists. We found out this kind of a relationship is there. Then let's imagine I'm trying to find out and plot the data. I'm taking height, I'm taking weight. I'm taking BMI, I'm taking height. Now this is what I plotted. Now first thing what I told you that we have to predict a independent variable. Independent variable is BMI. Dependent on what? X is my height now. And my goal is to find out the best fit line. So now what happens? What happens in regression, guys? First, you have to plot your data this way. And once you plot, guys, then what I told you, you have to find the best fit line. What is the best fit line? Best fit line means it is passes through the maximum data point. So you have to create one line which is passing through your maximum data point. You have to plot the data first. Then you have to create a best fit line. So best fit line you have to put it in such a way that whatever the difference are there. So find the points. Okay, this is my point and this difference. This difference, this difference, this difference, this difference, this difference, this difference. This difference is called as errors, or they are called as residuals. This is called as residuals, and I have to minimize these residuals. So, but I have to fit a line. I have to fit a line which can go through the maximum data points. But let's try to understand. I cannot create such line. I create such line which can go through each and every data point. So otherwise it will not be a straight line. It will be this kind of a line. So by my equation, this equation is a straight line equation. So compulsory, I have to fit a straight line. Compulsory, I have to fit a straight line. Okay. So that is why I am taking straight line now. So let's understand this way now again. Let me draw this thing. And this is what that's called as BMI. So guys, now you understood what I have tried to do. I am trying to find out the base fit line. A base fit line you have to find out in order to such a way that whatever the base fit line you are passing, that passes through the maximum data point, and thus the distance between the actual point and this regression point is minimum. In such a way that you have to find out, and the only equation, the equation of this line is y equal to mx plus c, guys. Mx plus c. And once I fit, guys, then I told you minimize my least square method. Least square method is this one, guys. Actual value minus predicted value. Actual value minus predicted value. The difference. Okay, this difference is called as loss. This difference is called as loss, guys. Loss. What is the loss? What is the difference between actual value and predicted value? Now, when I'm saying my goal is to find out the best fit line, and the equation of this line is y equal to mx plus c, guys. So try to understand what are my prediction then? What are my prediction, guys? Now prediction will be this one. Whatever points lying on this straight line, that points become my prediction. So let's take this example. If I want to predict this point. So for this point, guys, my respective point on the line has to be taken. So let's imagine this is my respective point. So this red point become my prediction, guys. This red point become my y hat for this yi. So this is what is going to happen. This is how the algorithm will work. And what algorithm I say is to minimize my least square method. Why it is called as least square? So when I calculate loss, I am calculating just one data point. I have taken just one data point here and calculated what is the difference between that actual point and the predicted point. That is called as one data point. But imagine here in my data set, there are many points. There are n number of points which are present, right? So what will happen? This equation will be called this way: yi minus y hat. Then I am trying to square and trying to sum it. For all the points which are present. Y equal to 1 to n. N are my number of points. Now y squaring, try to understand. Y squaring, let's imagine. So whatever difference, so these differences you are finding out. This above difference is positive difference, guys. Above difference is positive. The below differences are negative differences. Okay? Negative differences. Whenever try to add up negative, let's imagine this way: -2, -3, then 0, and then you have a 1. Then let's say you have 1, and then let's say you have a 3. So you add this one, what will happen? It will give you 0. So how can I find out the differences? If I don't find out the differences, how can I fit a line? And if I am not able to fit a line, how can I perform the prediction? That is why I'm squaring the differences, so that this nullification will not happen. And then once I square, I am doing this. for my entire data point. So this is called as my least square method. So my main aim is to minimize this. And when I try to make a loss for every data point, that loss is called as cost function. Cost function. This is called as cost function, guys. So this is what is called as regression. In regression, this is what we are doing. We're trying to plot the things. Now you said, sir, you are taken only height. What about other things? Other things will come this way, and this will become the other features will come this way, and this point will have a multiple dimension, more than 2 dimension. And since my human vision or on our vision cannot perceive beyond 2D or 3D, so I gave you one example. This way they will take age, this way they will take height, this way they will take weight, and this way we will try to predict the BMI, guys. So they will try to accommodate each and every point, and whatever points are there, they will have a multiple coordinates like this one. One coordinate x1 for height, x2 for weight, x3 for gender, and for other things. And this is the point which will become my final point. Then I'll do a prediction for 5 point using this straight line equation. And this will fit into y equal to mx plus c. Out of this, x is given. My main aim is to find out the slope and intercept. And this is what called as learning of the algorithm. When my algorithm tries to learn, it is trying to learn based on this loss, based on this cost. What is the difference? What is the difference? Let's imagine my BMI was actually 30. This point was 30, and whatever prediction I done was, let's say, 35. So there is a difference of -5. So this difference has to be made to 0. So this is my main goal. So that is why they're saying minimize this least square method. So minimize this and try to make the loss 0. If I try to make the loss but making exact 0 not possible, near to 0, and that is how I achieve my algorithm, guys. That's how I achieve my algorithm. This is my main objective, and this is called as linear regression. And when we have this equation, when I have this equation y equal to mx plus c, this was simple linear regression. Instead of this, I can write this way also. Y equal to mx1, m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3, and so on till mxn, m1 mn xn plus, guys, plus c. So this become my multiple linear regression. What is the difference? Here I was taking only height. Here I will take all age, height, weight, width, whatever features are there, I will take, and this is become multiple linear regression. This is called as multiple linear regression, guys. All right, understood. And my main aim is to find out the value of m and c. If I know the exact value of m and c, approximate value of m and c, and x is already given, I can find out y. I can fit this line. I can do a prediction. I can find out accurately perform the prediction, guys. That's it. That is what is called as linear regression, guys. I know it's 5 minutes late, guys. So thank you for your patience, and we'll try to continue our discussion. We'll try to understand what do you mean by ridge regression, lasso regression, polynomial. We'll make a code walkthrough, and we'll start with the new algorithm tomorrow, guys. All right. So I hope, guys, you enjoyed this session. You enjoyed all these myths were busted, and you guys are now able to understand what is AI, what is ML, what is deep learning, what is structured data, what is unstructured data, what is supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and what is linear regression, what is multiple linear regression. All right. So this is what we have covered, guys, and we'll continue our discussion tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are really awesome. The way you guys are interacting, thank you very much. All the respected faculty member, everyone, thank you very much. And see you guys. Have a good day. See you tomorrow then, same time. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. So dear professors, I already shared the attendance link in the chat box over Zoom and YouTube as well. So please mark your attendance and don't forget to share your feedback as well. I am sharing the attendance. Please make sure that you are marking, because 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. And now you have any query or question, you can let me know regarding to the LMS or anything. Okay, great.
Okay.
Excellent session. Okay, thank you. LMS link, if you're done with your registration, please check your email. Don't forget to check in the spam folder as well. Definitely you receive that. If you're done with your registration just now, so by today end of the day or tomorrow morning, you will get that. Yes, participant, don't worry about the material. We'll upload the material over the LMS. Anything else? Any another question?
Yeah, I will discuss this, Ritam. I will discuss this tomorrow. Don't worry. Guys, any other questions? Any other doubts? Anything before we conclude our session today? Yes, guys, we'll continue tomorrow. Yes, this is not the end of the linearization. We'll continue tomorrow. I will also start with the logistic tomorrow. We'll make a code walkthrough also. We'll try to fit a model also. All right, guys. Then, if no other things from my side, after session, send me some. Yeah, guys. Yes. Prashant, yes. We'll share. Yeah. Thank you, Venu sir. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, guys. Any other things? Anything else?
Yes, so Bhargavi, feedback form is attendance form only. So there's one question from the one student. Sir, would I get the certificate if I join as a student? So no, Ritam, no, because this program is for faculty, so they will only get the certificate. If you want to learn, definitely you can learn, but for certification, it's open for only for faculty. Thank you.
Where can I check LMS? Amar, can you please address this?
If you're done with your registration, please check your email. You received 2 emails from Excelar Solutions.
Sir, Chitra Lingappa, sir, I think your question is answered by Amar. All right, guys. Any other questions?
I think there is no any questions, so we'll wind up for the day.
Okay, thank you, Amar. Thank you,
Yeah.
faculty members. Then see you tomorrow.